真佛宗台湾雷藏寺弥勒菩萨护国息灾
At the True Buddha School Taiwan Temple, today is the Maitreya Buddha Homa fire offering ceremony for purification, enhancements, magnetization, subjugation, and Bhadra deliverance. We are welcoming the lineage root guru, the founder of True Buddha School, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng, Smu Vajra Master Lian-Sheng, Rinpoche, and the Assembly of Masters to enter into the ceremonial hall.
Inviting
our lineage root guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng, to make an offering of incense.
观想大礼拜。
Great home is using visualization for student Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize full procession on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all bodhisattvas. Visualize full procession on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dharma protectors. Visualize full procession on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth half bow.
恭请无上法王圣尊莲生
Inviting
佛
the
佛
Supreme Dharma
圣
King,
法
His
王
Holiness
座
Living Buddha Lian-Sheng, to ascend to the Dharma throne. Inviting Simu Vajramaster Lian-Sheng to please take the Dharma seat. Inviting Rinpoche and the Dharma Masters to please take the Dharma seats.
教授师，请上座。 法师，请上座。贵宾及各位
Inviting
大
all the
众，请
reference,
就
our
座。
distinguished guests, and all participants to please be seated. 首先，我们以热烈掌声欢迎尊贵的无上法王圣尊莲生佛佛。 We would like to extend our warmest welcome to our lineage Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. Would also like to extend warm welcome to Simu Vajramaster Lian-Sheng. And also welcome to Rinpoche and all participating masters reference, our distinguished guests and all participants from all over the world. Thank you for your participation and support in this ceremony.
请法，请中观堂莲月上师、莲妙上师率领请法代表上台。真佛宗台北中观堂将于2月25日于林口体育馆起建。
The ritual for Dharma transmission. On February 25th, at Linkou Stadium, Zhongguantang in Taipei, Zhongguantang in Taipei would like to invite His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng to transmit the Nagarjuna Buddha Dharma, to have the water offering. And now, Grandmaster Lian Yue leads the group to offer the treasures to our lineage group. First, Grandmaster Lian Yue present Hada. She offers the Dharma King crown and Dharma King robe. It represents all the sentient beings to reach His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng, to turn the Dharma way of true Buddhist school and to benefit all sentient beings. And Vajramaster Lian Miao present Hada. And they present the statues of Nagarjuna and also the conch. And we appreciate His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng to transmit the Dharma and blow the sounds of wisdom. And reference Lamdre present the Hatha. The offering is the Mada Maha in Tibetan. Its reverence is the core thought of Madam. Is the core thought of Madajuna, Nahajuna. And she offers the Lotus Sutra 10 books. And following the 10 stages of a Lotus Sutra, our Guru is going to awaken our Buddha nature. And the Dharma lecture,莲华上present the Avanamsaka and the Lotus Sutra, and wrapped by very precious clothes. And all the 4 sutras and the fire section and the wind section, the clothes represent all the disciples to wish our lineage guru to turn the Dharma well. And Dharma Sister Ming-Rui present the incense, and it represents our sincere mind, our speech, body, and mind. And Dharma assistant Lianhua Lijun and Lianhua Shujun present the Hatha. And they present the tanka of a Nagarjuna by hand, made by hand, and they represent the core wisdom of a Nagarjuna. And we wish our Grandmaster to stay in the Saha world forever. And then Dharma Sister Iseling present flowers and offering to Shimo, and we appreciate Shimo to guide us and instruct us. And now we invite all the group to take pictures with His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. On February 25th, please attend this water offering ceremony at Linko Stadium for the country protection, purification, blessing, healing, enhancement, and body deliverance. They're going to, yes. pay homage to our lineage guru. Half bow. And the end of the ceremony.
The Maitreya Homa fire offering ceremony has now begun. The offering of Hatha. Let's join our palms together with great reverence. And we would like to invite Vajra Master Lian-Sheng to represent all of us to present the offering of Hatha to the lineage root Guru as a symbol of the highest honor. From Padma Kumara Mudra, visualize our lineage root Guru is Truth Living Buddha Lian-Sheng, sitting on top of our heads, radiating light to bless us. Recite the root Guru long mantra 7 times to pray for lineage blessings. Perform the visualization of the 4 immeasurables. Visualize ancestors and relatives from the father's side on your right, from the mother's side on your left, friends and teachers behind you, enemies and karmic creditors in front of us. All sentient beings around us together practicing Buddha Dharma. Wake up call. Inviting His Holiness to set ceremonial dedication to bless the prayers, registration forms, home accords, and the offerings. purification mantras. Invocation mantra. We sincerely invoke the lineage root guru of True Buddha School, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. We sincerely invoke the main deity of the ceremony, Namo Maitreya Bodhisattva, the True Buddha School lineage gurus, Namo Dharma Buddha, Namo Five Dhyani Buddhas, Namo Sakyamuni Buddha, Namo Golden Mother of the Primordial Pond, the 8 primary deities of True Buddha School, Taiwan Lei Tsang temples, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, True Buddha Assembly divinities, the Heavenly Fire God, Namo all Buddhas of the 3 times in the 10 directions, all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas. Create homage using visualization, first to Root Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize full position on the ground. Release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize full position on the ground. Release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dharma protectors. Visualize full position on the ground. Release the mudra. Fourth half bow. Create mandala offering. Form the offering mudra. Visualize the offerings of the ceremony to transform to fill the whole space. Make the offering above the lineage root guru, the main deity of the ceremony, Maitreya Bodhisattva, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, and below to all sentient beings. Mount Meru, 4 continents and sun and moon transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and merits purge our karma to allow for civilization. Fourfold refuge. Visualize our lineage guru, all the lineage gurus, Buddha jewel, Dhamma jewel, and Sangha jewel to form bright white light to empower us. Armor protection. Form Vajraclasp mudra. As you release the mudra, visualize the protectors on your 4 sides, protecting you in the ceremony. Inviting His Holiness to perform blessings with mala.
与会大众请起立。恭请圣尊金刚塔
Now, with great reverence, we are inviting His Holiness to perform the ritual of opening the fire pit, to set ceremonial demarcation around it, to lit the Homa fire, to make all the offerings, and to perform mudra transformations for purifications, blessings, healings, magnetization, subjugation, and virtual deliverance. We will be incanting the heart mantra of the deity today, Maitreya Bodhisattva. Inviting His Holiness to return to the Dharma throne. Inviting Simu to take the Dharma seat. Inviting Rinpoche, all the Dharma masters, reference, our distinguished guests, and all participants to please be seated.
弥 弥
Enter into samadhi. Visualize the main deity merges with the home of fire and with the practitioner. Enter into samadhi by performing 9 cycles of Buddha breathing. Recite the heart mantras of the 8 principal deities. Incan Buddha Amitabha. Merit dedication. May all who uphold the Buddha ascend to the realm of utmost bliss, repaying fourfold generosities from above, aiding those in the 3 realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death. Like the Buddha, may we liberate all. inviting our lineage root guru to perform the overall merit dedication. Homage to the main deity of Homa, Maitreya Bodhisattva. Om Maitreya Soha. Homage to the benevolent Bodhisattva with great compassion, Aito Bodhisattva. Homage to the benevolent Bodhisattva of compassion, Aito Bodhisattva. May the compassionate Maitreya Bodhisattva deliver sentient beings and guide the Bartu spirits to be reborn into the Pure Land. We pray to the Maitreya Bodhisattva of the Tushita heaven to bless the great earth. May all participants have the healthy body and mind, and all sicknesses be eradicated. May they live a long life with self-mastery. Please bestow ample resources and please eradicate karma. May their wisdom be enhanced and their merits increased. May they benefit from their spiritual cultivation and enhance their radiance. May they improve their fruition to purify the Buddha lands. On the birthday of Maitreya Bodhisattva, we are performing Homa fire offering to offer to the Maitreya Bodhisattva of the Tushita heaven. May all those with the affinity would be able to be delivered during the assembly of the three assemblies of the dragon flowers, and may they attain Buddhahood immediately. Please bless them with the increased good karma and decreased bad karma. May all be auspicious and all wishes fulfilled. May they gain boundless radiance. May Maitreya Bodhisattva, the benevolent, compassionate Bodhisattva Aito, and to the heavens, to the gods in heavens, gods on earth, may we be far from all calamities. May all calamities abandon us. Let all disasters turn into dust. We pray to the Maitreya Bodhisattva, the Aito Bodhisattva with benevolence and compassion. May all of our prayers be granted. May all obstructions disappear. May all enemies and enmities vanish. Hundred syllable mantra 3 times.
Om Pitsa Sato Samaya Malupalaya Pitsa Sato Teru Patisa Suzo Me Bawa Suto Tai Me Bawa Supu Tai Me Bawa Andrato Me Bawa Sawa Suti Me Pulaya Sawa Kama Suzame Chitamo Solulidan Gulu Hom Ha 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 Bakabun Sawa Tathagata Pitsa Mame Manza Pitsa Bawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahum Pe Pitsa Sato Samaya Malupalaya Pitsa Sato Tero Patisa Suzo Me Bawa Suto Tai Me Bawa Supu Tai Me Bawa Anurato me pawa, sawa sati me pola yasam, sawa kama, sutsa me chitamo, solidan gulu hum, ha 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 ho, pakabun, sawa, tathakata, pizama me menza, pizza pawa maha samaya, sato ah hum pe, pizza sato samaya, malu palaya. Pizza sato tero bateza, zzo me bawa, sato tai me bawa, supu tai me bawa, anrato me bawa, sawa sati me polaya sa, sawa kama, sutsa me chitamo solidan gulu ho, ha 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 ho, bakabun sawa, tathakata pizza mamme menza pizza bawa maha samaya, sato ahum pe.
Okay, homage using visualization, first to root Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for position on the ground, release the mudra, second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for position on the ground, release the mudra, third to all Herukas and Dharma protectors. Visualize for position on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth have power. Completion mantra. The ceremony has been completed, and we are truly grateful to our lineage Gurus, Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng, for presiding over this Maitreya Bodhisattva Homa. Today is the Chinese New Year. Let's together wish our Grandmaster and Simu a very happy New Year. Now, with great reverence, we are inviting His Holiness to transmit the precious Buddha Dharma teaching. First, let's pay homage to the lineage Gurus, homage to the Venerable Monk Liang-Ming, homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Dubdan Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar and the main deity of Homa today, the Maitreya Bodhisattva, the Ajita, with benevolence and compassion. Simu, Tutan Siti Rinpoche, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and our distinguished guests today are the Madam to Ambassador Daniel Liao, the Taipei rep to Sweden and Norway, and the Chief Secretary of the Taiwan government, Mr. Zheng Peifu and Madam, the academician from Academia Sinica, Professor Zhu Ziyi and Madam, and the law advisor to True Buddha School, Ms. Jennifer Zhou, and the members of the True Buddha School Scholars and Medical Group. And from Indonesia, Lieutenant General Babahan. This Mr. Babahan he had great experience, and he had been staying in 76 countries. He's a Lieutenant General from Indonesia. He holds a high position. And he especially came here to create a good affinity with Grandmaster. He has a strong root for spiritual cultivation. And in Southeast Asia, Indonesia is considered a country with strong military. So he is a Lieutenant General of Indonesia. So we should call him Papa. But if I call him Papa, that's too much. But I can call you Agong. If you call me Agong, then I can call you Papa. Because in Indonesian, Agung means holy or sacred. That took from Malaysia, Mr. Lian-Sheng and Madam, and the rep to the Council of Tainan City, and a wood sculptor, Mr. Jian, and a businessman from Indonesia, Miss Gina,
my university same classmate, 朱金水先生及夫人陈哲霞女士，华光功德会总会长及大约满9
and the president of Lotus Light Charity Society, and also the producer for the Great Perfection Dharma Havaja Exposition and Development Messages of Tantrayana, Master Lian Yu, and the host to Lamdre and the Sutra of Perfect Enlightenment, Master Lian Hai, Master Lian He, and Master Lian Jia. And producers for the Geni Dian Sang Sinten, Illuminating Your Heart from CTITD Taiwan, Dharma Sister Rebecca Xiachi.
My sister Lu Guoyin 女士 and her husband. 感谢陈海光师兄
and gratitude to Dharma brother Chen Hai Guang and family for his donation of 100,000 NT dollars, and the Farseng chapter, the Reverend Lian Ti, for a donation of 100,000 NT dollars. Reverend Lian Ti, we haven't seen her for a long time, and now she's appeared again. Good afternoon, everybody. How do you do?
감사합니다. 너무 konnichiwa. Good afternoon. Sauji. Pachio Sauji. Hola, amigo. Te quiero mucho. Next. Baku and Sawadika. 那今天是弥勒菩萨的诞辰，
So today is Maitreya's Bodhisattva's birthday. So let me sing an Indonesian birthday song.
Citakan doakan selama setelah sehat sentosa selama 8 tahun tanpa ajian.
To celebrate Maitreya Bodhisattva's birthday. That was in Indonesian. That's the birthday song that we often sing. So Maitreya's birthday is right on the first day of the first month of the lunar calendar, so Chinese New Year. And Maitreya Bodhisattva is great. The epithet for Sakyamuni Buddha was the benevolent one. And the epithet for Maitreya Bodhisattva is the compassionate one. In the past, Sakyamuni Buddha and Maitreya Bodhisattva were Dharma brothers. During the Tissha Buddha era. However, Sakyamuni Buddha's affinity with the Saha world had matured first. So that's why Sakyamuni Buddha descended upon the Saha world first and attained Buddhahood. And as for Maitreya Bodhisattva, his affinity with the Saha world will also mature in the future, and he would become Maitreya Buddha. So his affinity with the Saha world is maturing a little bit later. However, the wisdom of Maitreya Bodhisattva was extremely remarkable. So all the primary supplicants for Maitreya Bodhisattva are destined to attain Buddhahood, to become Buddhas. Because in the future he would descend and to attain Buddhahood in Saha world. And then he would give Dharma teaching, which is like the dragon flower assembly, the first, second, and third assemblies. So with these 3 assemblies, he would deliver all sentient beings completely. So, if you become primary supplicants for Maitreya Bodhisattva, then you create affinity with Maitreya. So, of course, there is no other than Buddhahood. So you only have to say one statement, Namo Buddhaya, and then you would be guided to the Buddha lands. Because he had the great Dharma of the consciousness-only transformation Dharma. So in India, Buddhism, there are only 2 sects left in India. One is consciousness only, or Yogacara, and the other one is Madhyamaka. So the consciousness only school was left was transmitted by Maitreya Bodhisattva, and the other one, Madhyamaka, was transmitted by Nagarjuna and his disciple Arya Deva. So there were only 2 schools. So these 2 schools, at the utmost, is about the total, the absolute singularity. So today is the lunar calendar New Year or the Chinese New Year. It's today. So everybody will gain 1 year, right? So Grandmaster was 73 last year, and this year, how old will I be? How old am I? So the sound, the voice of the mass counts. So now Grandmaster is 74. Right? Yes. So let me share a joke. The XX of True Buddha School, starting 8 years ago, she claimed that Grandmaster Lu will only live until 73. But this year, on this New Year's Day, I'm 74 already. So I'm here. So I will tease you, Doremi. So 8 years ago, you said already that I will die at 73. And she continuously talked about it for 8 years. And this year, the year of chicken, the year before, only then I knew that you said that Grandmaster Lu will die at 73. Will die, will be gone, will be... So you made me very careful for like even climbing the stairs for this past 6 months. Because, you know, who knows, like the president of the cement company, he died when he walked down the steps. You know, when I bathe, I don't dare to use soap. And I would be very conscientious about water because that would be slippery. Like if I'm careless, then maybe I would slip in the bathroom and hit my head and die. So I cannot make your prediction happen. So I will not get into the elevator if it's empty, if it's only for me, because if the electric power was cut off, then if I fall from the very high floor, then even if I don't die, I would be injured greatly. So I was very careful in whatever I do. And walking and climbing the steps, then I would be careful, look, and I would watch my steps, because if I die, then it would have been a really horrible thing. So now let's back to the topic. So you predicted that I would die at 73. So it's like, am I dead? Am I dead? So now I would like to ask XX. How did you make the prediction? Is it based on the ghost? You were confident that I would die at 73, and I just want to live until I am 74. This is the first day. I want to knock on your head. Go ahead in English actually means go ahead, but in Chinese it will be it will be like a curse. So all your premonition and predictions were all wrong. The people here have the experience, like Professor Wang Jingxian and Madam and Reverend Lian-Ying. And she said that the son, the Reverend, will die first, and then the wife, and then the Professor Wang. But they still live fine now. Now Reverend Lian-Ying becomes my driver. And Professor Wang and Mrs. Wang are fine till now. So what more can you say? And the Yansi chapter of Australia, the director and his wife, and you also said that they will die. They will both die within 1 year. And they always have Grandmaster on top of their heads, and they don't believe them. So they didn't give any money to her. And see, they still live till now. So if you decide someone will die, then they don't die. But people that you didn't say they died, like your mother, you were still conducting ceremonies, and then when you heard that your mother died, you changed your ceremony into birth deliverance. So you didn't even know that your mother died. Your mother died. So you don't even know when your mother was about to die or when she died. How could you predict that other people will die at a certain time? So it's all nonsense. I was going to curse you using Taiwanese terms, but in Taitung, there was an area called Dharma. There was a singer's, Chen Wen-chen's house was next to this Dharma. But let me tell you, you dare to predict the death of people. I don't know how. I don't know how you come up with that, but you dare to say anything, and none of your words were true. She conducted ceremony at Xizi, Taiwan, and Xizi actually means like the end of a stream. And she claimed that there will not be any more flood after her ceremony, but there was a flood 3 days after her ceremony. So her words were all lies. One more. I want to say it now. Otherwise, I have to let it out. She claimed that the medicine Buddha descended, and you were performing medicine Buddha Homa, and medicine Buddha descended. And you did not ask the Buddha, but the Buddha asked you, what is the background for success? And XX replied, the background for success is suffering. By suffering, you would attain success, or you would succeed. And Medicine Buddha replied, no. By being careful, you would succeed. Medicine Buddha dared to say that the background for success, and then Medicine Buddha also said that the background of success was carefulness. But actually, this Medicine Buddha was not Medicine Buddha, it was Medicine Ghost. Today, I will talk about Lamdre. Putting the realization into practice based on the six grounds of the out-of-worldly empowerments, where yogic signs appear amidst the main goal. This is the main goal of the no differences between rebirth and nirvana. The 3,000 worlds is included in a small seed. It's neither big or small. It can transcend walls without restrictions, make the river flow backward, and change as many changes. So I will explain it later. If Medicine Buddha has achieved the Buddhahood ground, so it's 10 grounds more than Bodhisattvahood. It's the realm of one dimension. So it's not something that we can understand because everything in samsara are duality or two dimension or binary world. So success, like said by Medicine Buddha, that means it's binary or duality, dualism, because when there is success, there would be failure. So that's the relativity, because Buddha is absolute. It's not dualism. So that Medicine Buddha was definitely not Medicine Buddha. It must have been a ghost pretending to be Medicine Buddha. So in the eyes of this little brother, this senior, at least I can recognize the Bodhisattvas above the sixth ground and also the realm of the Buddhas, because it's always in the realm of one dimension or singularity. So Medicine Buddha still talks about success. He must not have been a Buddha, because success is about the realm of dualism. So Medicine Buddha told you to be careful, so there must be carelessness too. So the other day, with the line dance group members to the night market at the Tianjin Road, there was a coffee shop called Lamdre. But had the medicine Buddha really said that, then there would be a nonsense medicine Buddha, because the realm of the Buddhas are definitely absolute. For the enlightened ones too, everything is absolute, no dualism. So that really showed that your realm had not even reached the enlightenment state. You're still in the rebirth realm of the 6 rebirth realms. So what kind of guru are you? A true guru would understand about the single, the absolute, the one dimension. But if you claim that the Buddha spoke about the dualism, then there must have been ghosts. You said that Sakyamuni Buddha descended and held your hand. Jeez. That's the song about holding hands. So Sakyamuni Buddha was holding XX hand, and yet Sakyamuni Buddha never held my hand because we were not gays. However, my mind is together with the Buddha's mind. So her Sakyamuni Buddha was holding her head. If you say this in samsara, that's breaching the precept. Because according to Sakyamuni Buddha, like the monks or the ordained monks, like Sakyamuni Buddha, are prohibited to touch the hand of women unless you have been enlightened. Sakyamuni Buddha, of course, was enlightened. But how about you? Of course not, because you still live in the world of dualism. So you were holding the hand of the ghost, not Sakyamuni Buddha. So let's now talk about Maitreya Bodhisattva. Today is the Homa for Maitreya Bodhisattva. He has many mudras. The inner turning of the Dharma wheel, mudra, and the mudra of the outer turning of the Dharma wheel, and stupa, not stupid, stupa mudra. He has the most mudras. Let me form them for you. Form one for you. Maitreya Bodhisattva has many mudras. The stupa or pagoda mudra, that's Maitreya's Bodhisattva's mudra. Because Maitreya Bodhisattva also has the inner and outer turning of the Dharma wheel mudra. They are all mudras for Dharma teachings. Or you can use the Dharma teaching mudra. Tibetan Maitreya Bodhisattva typically use the Dharma teaching mudra. And Chinese Maitreya Bodhisattva, which is the monk with the cloth bag, he has the joy mudra and the wish fulfilling mudra. When Grandmaster just got to America 30 years ago, in America, I had no money. With no money, there's no honey. So because I had no money, I went into retreat at the spiritual attic for 3 years. And during these 3 years, I prayed to the Bodhisattvas. How long do I have to wait? I had no money with me. And I had no friends. It was overseas. All I could do was retreat at the spiritual attic. And I kept praying to the Bodhisattvas. When will I be able to transmit the authentic Buddha Dharma and deliver sentient beings? But I'm now so poor, hiding in this attic. When will I start to deliver sentient beings? And Maitreya Bodhisattva appeared. The Chinese Maitreya is the monk with the cloth bag. So he opened his cloth bag, and there were so many precious crowns and dragon vests falling from the sky, and lots of gold falling from the sky, so many of them, and all the wealth and riches, the Franklin dollar bills falling from the sky. And houses too, beautiful houses, and lands, also temples, so many things, everything. When he opened the cloth bag, everything is mine. So Maitreya Bodhisattva is playing a trick on me. He let me see, show me so many things. So, but I had no money, so I had to send my articles to the news in the Pacific Northwest, Asian something world, because writing was my specialty. So they said, "Oh, you write really well." So they gave me $4 for my article, for submitting my writing. Wow, after getting the $4, I went to Safeway and I bought some toast, bread, and we made some sandwiches, and we went to Alki Park, and we went on a picnic. So we have the egg sandwiches, and we visited the beach and the hills, and we climbed the hills at the Kalki Park. And I finished the $4 right away, and I had to wait and wait and wait again until the Seattle temple was built, until my house was built, and then my disciples gradually increased, and now I have over 5 million disciples all over the world. So what Maitreya said was proven and confirmed now. So the visions of Grandmaster is the authentic one, but what XX saw was due to the ghost, so that's a huge difference. Please be clear about it. I had the vision of Maitreya Bodhisattva, which I had written in my book. Maitreya, do you know what it means? It means the benevolent and compassionate one. Aito or Ajita was also his name. Maitreya was also his name. And he has the most mudras. So with his image, mudra, mantra, you can practice his deity yoga. And this deity has a huge, outstanding merit, which most people don't know. If you fail your tests or exams, you need to practice his yoga. If you want to attain status and money, or if you want to be promoted, you can practice Maitreya deity yoga. So our Lieutenant General, if he practiced this Maitreya Dharma, then he would be promoted to become the general or brigadier general, or become the head of a department. So let me tell you a secret. Who is the head of the national security of Taiwan, Mr. Hong Si-Kwan? Do you remember that he had visited Seattle Lei Tsang Temple? And I performed the double bar gymnastic for him to see. And he said, I'm about the same age as you, but I don't dare to get on the bars. So I did it. And he saw it and he was really surprised. you as the major, a lieutenant major, and you could do the double bars, and I was retired, a lieutenant general. And then the government asked him to head the National Security Department, the Defense Department. He was a disciple of Xian Wei Si, the Master Xian Wei. And because Master Xian Wei took refuge in me, from Tan Sui, and because he took refuge in me, so he joined, and he said, because you have given blessings to Xian Wei Si, I also want to take refuge in you, and I want a blessing from you too. And I said, oh, but you took refuge in Xian Wei Si, so you're like my not the son disciple, but grandson disciple. But it's okay, I can give you blessings. And I blessed with my hands like moving for a long time with Dharma power. So the head of the department, we called him the Miao Gong. So because he was a disciple of Jianwei's master, that's why he is the grandson disciple of Grandmaster. Sorry, I talk about this. But I did give you blessings. It's okay to share some secrets sometimes. Otherwise, it would be to keep it. It's going to be hard. So I give the blessings to the head of the Defense Department or National Security of Taiwan. And he's very enigmatic. He's not afraid of any criticism. So he had the spirit of Grandmaster. So Maitreya Bodhisattva is in charge of the status and positions of the officers. So he has this ability. So he's very compassionate towards sentient beings, and he can alleviate the suffering of sentient beings, bestow happiness. He could also deliver sentient beings. So the inner court of the Tusita heaven is the Pure Land of Maitreya Bodhisattva. So if you can go to the Tusita heaven to listen to Maitreya's Dharma teaching, that's just marvelous, because Grandmaster has been there and the Elder Venerable Xu Yun had been there too. So because of this connection, when I suffered from cellulitis on my legs, the Venerable Elder Xu Yun appeared in the space and extended his arm very long and gave blessings to Grandmaster. And Grandmaster truly had the vision of the Venerable Elder Xu Yun, who gave blessings to Grandmaster. And we met at the inner court of Tusita heaven of Maitreya Bodhisattva. So Maitreya Bodhisattva is truly great. And what we are talking about today, so the 6 grounds of the Bodhisattvahoods, that's the Tusita heaven. So only bodhisattvas above the 6th ground are called the bodhisattvas of the beyond the world. So at this time there would be many yogic or spiritual experiences or signs that will appear. And at this time there is no difference between rebirth and nirvana. Only once you reach the realm beyond the mundane world, then you can say about the no difference between rebirth and nirvana. Because you still deliver sentient beings whether you're in the rebirth realm or in nirvana. That's why we say that there is no difference between rebirth and nirvana. No matter what, once you reach beyond the 6th ground of bodhisattvahood, even if you appear in the 6th rebirth realm, that's because of your vows. Then at that time, all your yogic signs are authentic. And what kind of yogic signs are they? So the sign of singularity, of absoluteness, that the 3,000 worlds are included in a small seed. It's neither big or small. So a seed as big as a grain of rice is the same size as the 3,000 worlds. So the big one can become small and the small one can become big. One is many and many is one. That's infinite. What is infinity? When you are in union with the consciousness of the universe, hey, some people say that Grandmaster Lu has small power. Wrong. His power is infinite. If someone wants to compete about power, accept that too, that it's my time to compete, the power. As soon as you say about competing, about competition, then that means duality. So it's not enlightenment. Because once you are in complete union with the universe, then you are the universe. You're infinite. There's no more competition. Once you compete, then you fall into the dualism world. You know, the God in Christianity is infinite. And Allah in Muslim is also infinite. They are omnipresent. She had said something that's really appalling, because he claimed that Golden Mother at the Seattle Lei Tsang temple is not there anymore. Don't pray there. So that showed that she was really not enlightened, because the truly enlightened ones would know that Golden Mother is everywhere. Golden Mother is omnipresent. Only the fools would say that. So you have round, stupid face with glasses. So you think that Golden Mother is just limited like that? No. Once you're in union with Golden Mother is inside your heart. Anytime you pray to her, she would appear. And you also have Golden Mother at home. Wherever you are, if you call upon Golden Mother, then Golden Mother will come. And if you pray earnestly, then Golden Mother will help you. You claim that Sakyamuni Buddha is seated up there, day in, day out. So boring. His legs would be sore. It's really boring. Only when you pray with sincerity, that Sakyamuni Buddha would appear and descend and talk to you. So just a typical Buddhist would know that with sincerity and earnestness, doesn't matter where, then they would respond. You don't even know this point, and you claim that the Golden Mother in Seattle is not there anymore, so your prayers would fall empty-handed. No way, because wherever you pray, then as long as you do it with sincerity, that they would be responsive. You are such a fool. Stupid. It's a very simple concept. You think that the Buddhas only exist inside the temple, and there are no Buddhas outside the temple. Actually, Buddhas are everywhere. Really, as soon as you concentrate, you focus your mind, and you pray with great earnestness and sincerity, then they would hear your prayers and respond. So the 3,000 worlds are neither big nor small. They can transcend walls without restrictions. So if I'm inside the room with walls around me, then the Buddhas cannot enter it. So if you're hiding inside the... So actually, whatever you pray, you know, the river flow in Taiwan is from north to south, and if you live on the east side of Taiwan, then rivers would flow eastward. If you live in the west side of Taiwan, the river will flow westward. So in our areas here, all the water will flow westward. But if you have true power, you can divert the direction of the river flow. So that's a true power. And you can stop the sun and the moon. One time in Seattle, I said, "Oh, it's so hot. We should push the sun a little further." And then it got really cold upon returning to Taiwan. I catch cold. I caught cold. Catch cold. I don't have cold now. I just cough a little bit. It's a little bit allergy to the bad air in Taichung. Taichung's air is really bad. Not that good. So it can stop the sun and the moon. Guru Padmasambhava has infinite power. He's an emanation of Amitabha Buddha, Sakyamuni Buddha, and Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. And there is a sun rays, and he used the Vajrapurva and nail on the sun rays, and the sun stopped. The sun could not set. Because he was drinking, and he drank too much. And the owner, the lady, said that you have to pay when the sun sets, because he had no money with him. So he nailed the sun rays, and the sun could not move. So Guru Padmasambhava was truly remarkable. And can also cure many illnesses. And Jesus too. At the Mount Sinai, and Jesus showed miracles to thousands of people. And how many fish and how many bread, how many loaf of bread? Have you heard about this story? 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. And Jesus was sharing the loaves of bread and fish for people, and it was endless. And everybody had their fill, and there was still leftovers. So it was demonstrated by Jesus. So one can become many. So Jesus was a guru. He went to the Himalayan mountains, and when he returned, he was wearing the white robe and this lama colored robe. So Jesus wore 2 robes of 2 different colors. So that showed that he came down from the Himalayan mountains and he was a guru. Do you know? When he was curing the mad people, he said he told the ghosts inside the body of the mad people to leave. And the ghosts left those people and entered into the pigs, and the pigs jumped off the cliffs and died. So it was written in the Bible that he commanded to the ghosts to leave the bodies of those mad people to enter into the pigs, and the pigs jumped off the cliff and died. Now, in America, there were many deer that suffered from a kind of ailments that make them frozen. That's because the ghosts entered into the bodies of the deer. And how many states? 22 states suffered from it. So the deer were invaded by the spirits, by the ghost. So I consulted spiritually, and they were related, or they were due to the ghosts of XX. I have lived in the United States for over 30 years, and I've never heard that deers were invaded by the ghosts. And because the ghosts of X had no more food to eat, so they entered into the deer and ate the body of the deer. So the deer became like the mad deer, and they were jumping all over and biting on people. I performed divination. So what happened to the deer in America? Because you nurtured and employed the ghosts of the Second World War. For tens of millions of them, so now the tens of millions of deer suffered. So one can become many, many can become one. So one golden mother can emanate into many golden mothers. And they can all be retracted into one, as you can see in the Diamond Sutra. In the Siddhikarbha Sutra. It's written in the Siddhikarbha Sutra Sakyamuni Buddha went to the Tayatrimsa heaven, and when Sakyamuni Buddha went there, he assembled all the Siddhigarbha Bodhisattvas of samsara, all big and small, to become one body, and then emanated into myriad emanations. The same with Padma Kumara. It can be one Padma Kumara emanates to become thousands or myriad numbers of Padma Kumaras. Someone kept asking me, why did you talk about the good parts of XX in the past, and now you called her nurturing ghost and called her a fool, a liar? You know, let me tell you, Sakyamuni Buddha was the same. To the betraying disciples, Sakyamuni Buddha still confirmed that in the future, when Devadatta is attaining Buddhahood, he would be called the Buddha of the Heavenly King. Because Sakyamuni Buddha, in the realm of Absolute, had the vision that Devadatta too will become a Buddha in the future. So he also praised Devadatta. Because in the Saha world at that time, Devadatta has much more popularity than Sariputra and Maudya Galalana and Subhuti and Ananda. So Devadatta was second in line under Sakyamuni Buddha. He was very popular, but he betrayed against Sakyamuni Buddha. So in the realm of Absolute, you can see, you can have the vision of the absolute truth and reality, but in the realm of duality, you would not be able to see that. So the 3,000 worlds are included in a small seed. It's neither big nor small. It can transcend walls without restrictions, can make the river flow backward, can stop the sun and the moon, can make the one into many and many into one. Those are signs that happen only in the realm of Absolute, and that's the realm of Buddhahood. So what I'm telling you today is very important. What you strive for belongs to the realm of dualism. All the knowledge in this world belongs to the realm of duality. But if you go beyond the sixth ground of Bodhisattvahood, then you would comprehend the realm of singularity or absolute. And the realm of absolute is enlightenment. Anything that's relative and dualistic is not enlightenment. If there's good, there's bad. If there is virtues, there's evil. If there's true, there's false. There's white and black. Open and closed. They all belong to dualism. That's the phenomena of the universe. But if you can transcend beyond the realm of dualism and reach the realm of absolute or singularity, then let me tell you the key formula. That's the true enlightenment, and only then you would be able to see the true reality. Now do you understand? Now do you comprehend? Do you understand? The year, this is a joke. This is the year of the dog. So in this new year, I wish everybody have good health. May Maitreya Bodhisattva bless everybody. May we have auspiciousness and all wishes fulfilled. And may we be endowed with ample resources. And may you be promoted and become rich. May we gain the good fruits in the dualistic realm, and then we go beyond the dualistic world to arrive at the realm of absolute. Om Mani Padme Hum.
我们再一次以热烈掌声感恩师尊精彩宝贵的传法开示。
Now let's give His Holiness a warm round of applause and appreciate his wonderful Dharma teaching. And we have a few announcements here. On February 18th, at Taiwan Lei Tsang Temple, we have a Red Jambalaya ceremony. And on February 24th, that's the first Dharma transmission of Gayawaya. And February 25th, in Taipei Linko Stadium, His Holiness will transmit the Nagarjuna. March the 4th, at Huangdi Lei Tsang Temple, His Holiness will transmit the Golden Mother ceremony. And the main deity is golden-faced Golden Mother. On April the 8th, at Kaohsiung Dai Lei Tsang Temple, and His Holiness will transmit the Green Tara. And the venue will be Kaohsiung International Conference Center. And now please stand up. His Holiness will empower all the holy water and all the offerings at Taiwan Lei Tsang Temple.
Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi Hong. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi Hong. 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 Lian-Sheng Shidi Hong. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi Hong. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi Hong. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi Hong. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi Hong. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi Hong. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi Hong. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi Hong. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi Hong. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi. Om Guru Lian-Sheng Shidi Hong. 嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，咕噜莲生悉地吽。
恭请圣尊升法王座。
Inviting His Holiness to ascend to the Dharma throne. Inviting Shimu to take the Dharma seat. And also inviting Rinpoche and the Ovaja masters to take the seats. Inviting His Holiness to give us the empowerment of Maitreya Buddha. And now we recite the heart mantra of Maitreya Buddha.
灌顶后，请到广场可以领取护牌，师尊加持的大力金刚佛牌。灌顶后，请大家到广场领取大力金刚佛牌，师尊亲自加持的。
这样
灌顶后，请到广场领取大力金刚佛牌，是师尊亲自加持过的。 弥陀佛，请大家不要重复灌顶，也不要重复拿取大力金刚护牌，请大家不要重复排队。阿弥陀佛，还没有灌顶的义工同们，请赶快到密坛来接受灌顶。还没有灌顶的义工同们，请赶快到密坛来接受灌顶。阿弥陀佛，还没有灌顶的同仁，请赶快到密坛来，在广场外厨房。还没有灌顶的同仁，请赶快到密坛来。
Thank you.
阿弥陀佛，领取佛牌之后，请不要在周围停留，方便后面的人还要继续领取佛牌。灌顶后，请到广场去领取佛牌，但是不要重复领取。领取后，请离开不要站在围住在佛牌的周围。谢谢大家。我们以热烈掌声感谢师尊赐给与会大众殊胜珍贵的灌顶。请大家面向坛城。观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切佛。嗡啊吽，观想跪地礼拜。天心善应，二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽，观想跪地礼拜。天心善应，三拜护法金刚。嗡啊吽，观想跪地礼拜。四平等以起手。迎施主请就位，钟鼓手请就位。弟子众等祈愿师尊
佛体安康，长寿 自在，
也祈请师尊常驻台湾，
大转法轮，广度众生。
法会吉祥圆满，恭送根本传承上师圣尊莲生活佛、师母莲香上师、仁波切及上师团，与会大众虔诚合掌，唱诵根本上师心咒，钟鼓齐鸣。阿弥陀佛，感谢来自世界各地的弘法人员、贵宾、同门及善信大德前来护持今天的弥勒菩萨护摩大法会，法会吉祥圆满。也感谢网络上的同门护持。今天的网络直播就到这里， 台湾雷藏寺祝大家平安吉祥，谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。